relation to Bob Marley's influence on me, I would say this song, Running Away, some people say that it's a political statement or whatever, but it isn't. It's to me it helped me to open my eyes to what so-called colonialism was. And we were always told, like comments like, go back where you come from and so forth, but that's not my responsibility. I wasn't brought here. I didn't come here by choice. I was born here in the UK, but I think it was the case of you can't run away from yourself. Not me, but those who would ask, well, why don't you go back where you come from, what you're doing here, and so forth. But Bob Marley to me was a person who saw things as they were, and he wasn't afraid to put them into words where you would literally have to think, if you know anything about education, psychology, how things work. It's all about those who can manipulate and those who are receptive to it.
Who feel it, knows it. Lord knows who feel it, knows it, yeah. Yeah, must have done something wrong. Oh, you must have done something wrong.
In a way,
Why can't you find
it was a faction to see things on both sides, but you have to be a realist and realize that, even though some people said he was controversial, he wasn't. You can't forget the past, you can't wipe it away. You can try to, but it's still there. And he helped me to learn by observation, but he also taught me to accept good when there is good, but when there is bad, don't be afraid to say that there is. So
you must have done something wrong. You must have done something wrong.
because no matter how anybody look at it, and he also struck a chord with the religious faction, because it's like he said, the black human race had its own religion before we were colonized and made to follow a God that doesn't exist, because he's portrayed as a white person. How can God be white when we have so many different nations created to be one God for everyone? And even today, that is used to oppress and suppress people's thoughts. So that's what Bob Marley was to me. He was a teacher, he was an inspirator, and it's a pity we don't have that any longer, but at least we have his music to go back to and listen.
I haven't done. I'm not running away from nothing. I'd rather be on the house top. 'Cause when things go wrong, With me, the buck stop must have done something wrong. Well, I'm running and I'm running and I'm running away. What from? Running and running and what from? Running and running and what from? Running and running, but I can't run away from myself. Can you run away from yourself? Can you run away from yourself? Run away from yourself.